You who industrialized first made big mistakes that we are facing the consequences. Can you clean up? Can you own it up? You don't have to bury your heads in the sand and pretend these things are okay. They're not okay.
Across the world, dirty air is choking cities and cutting lives short. In Uganda, health and environmental experts estimate that thousands of deaths annually are linked to air pollution-related illnesses. These range from asthma and chronic lung diseases to heart complications and stroke.
The challenge why we are saying we are struggling, we agree that the biggest polluters in our country are majorly from vehicles, emissions from cars, from borders, from industrial emissions.
The danger lies in microscopic particles, tiny enough to enter the lungs, pass into the bloodstream, and silently damage the body.
As a country, we need promote electrical cars to calm the emissions, and we have started on that, including borders.
Uganda's air pollution is largely driven by transport emissions, dust, open burning, and industrial activity. Yet, there is a deeper global imbalance. Africa contributes the least to global emissions, but suffers some of the worst consequences.
After contributing almost nothing to the crisis, Africa faces faster than average warming. Adaptation must be a priority.
Speaking at the recent African Union Summit in February 2026, the UN chief warned that industrialized nations must take responsibility.
And that requires developed countries tripling adaptation finance and mobilizing the $1.3 trillion a year for developing countries by 2035, as agreed in Baku.
Back in Uganda, one company is proving that industry can be part of the solution, not the problem. At Roofings Group Limited, pollution is not released into the air. It is instead captured. It begins with precision deep inside the laboratory, where cleaner production starts with control from the very first stage.
So what we do as we are melting, we pick samples at a time, then we analyze the way you've seen. We get a sample, and then we get a sample that we analyze here to get the constituents, the percentage composition of each of the elements.
Then comes the real breakthrough. Where smoke would normally rise into the sky, here it is trapped. A vast network of ducts calls into toxic fumes, feeding them into powerful filtration chambers,
which filter that smoke and remove dust, which we collect here as hazardous material to be disposed of.
Dust, metals, and harmful particles are captured and collected as hazardous waste for safety disposal.
They are registered companies which dispose of hazardous material. Yeah? So we have contracted some company which comes, collects all this, and goes and disposes it off in a completely gazetted area for disposing of unwanted material.
In a country battling rising pollution, this is more than innovation. It is protection.
What I feel is it's our duty as investors to protect the environment, because our children tomorrow are growing in this country, and we have to establish excellent environment for them to grow up in this country.
From a $2 million investment in 1994 to a $500 million industrial giant today, Roofings has grown with Uganda. But growth has come with responsibility.
During the time of COVID, there was a shortage of oxygen for all the hospitals. But even before the time of COVID, we started giving oxygen free of charge to all the hospitals, because this is our giving back to the community.
Beyond steel and smoke, the company is also investing in nature. Thousands of seedlings are raised every month, planted across communities to restore green cover.
I think it's about 15 to 20,000 seedlings every month, and we are distributing this to keep Uganda green.
You know the issue of carbon credit now? You find the same emitters running to Africa to take position. I've tried to explain to our people here, including cabinet, that the cash cow we have as a country, as a continent, is going to come from carbon credit.
From global statistics to local realities, air pollution is no longer a distant threat. It is here, deadly, and demands action.
We are not going to solve the question of pollution in cities and urban areas if we don't address the issue of transport, the borders, the matatus. That's the leading cause of pollution hotspots in cities.
At Roofings, a different future is being forged. One where industry does not choke cities, but protects them. As Uganda industrializes, the challenge is no longer just to build, but to build responsibly for the sake of the air and the lives it sustains. Henry Okrut, UBC.